celebrated. It's not, so that's one of the things that we're seeking to do. The individuals that make up that team, Curita Dunkoff, she works on our marketing education aspect. And when I say works, these are all volunteers. Tyler Ellison is helping us with production. Vance Freeman, who's here with us today, working on production and outreach. Alicia Johnson, marketing and production. Dr. Meredith May, historian Dr. Meredith May, research, outreach, and education. Jasmine Stoker, marketing, art, and then myself, coordination, research, and outreach. Our vision. Our vision is the remembrance and reconciliation and respect for our city's past. The merciful work of recognizing disparities in the way our city's history has been celebrated. The loving work of exposing history that some have willfully forgotten. Project milestones. So here are, right now in this phase of it, here are some of the things that we're focused on. First is getting a historical marker, an undertow marker, through the Texas Historical Commission to have an official designation here in Longview that says and recognizes and honors this event. Second is a lynching memorial. EJI is the Equal Justice Initiative. They have an entire exhibit museum display in Montgomery, Alabama. And what they've done is they've made duplicate copies of the lynching memorials to be brought to the counties where these events took place. They've done a lot of research to unearth, a lot of this wasn't readily accessible information, to unearth the truth behind some of these lynchings, so that people could come from their counties, take these back with them. And so we're working on that as well. And then last but not least, we are working to create a documentary that will chronicle the events of 1919 and then collect as many oral histories. Obviously, we're so far removed that we won't be able to catch individuals who were directly attached, involved, but you would be surprised. And actually, as we've started to kind of get the word out, we're starting to get a lot of information. We might have even established contact with Dr. Davis's, I forget if it's daughter or granddaughter, who has some materials that speak to some of what took place. And so really, as we start to get the word out in the community, we're hoping, and we need your help, to get the word out, because we do know some people know more than what's known publicly. And so anybody you all know that you can recommend or put me in touch with, put us in touch with, we'd be more than willing to reach out to try to get as much information as we can. As far as project needs, this is still kind of fresh. We're still kind of exploring this, but in order the process to get the historical marker is about $1,800. The process of getting the memorial, the lynching memorial, brought to Longview is about $3,000. And then the documentary, again, this is very rough because we're still in the process of pulling all this together, somewhere around $30,000 to $50,000. Also, other needs that we have, we're looking for local artists of color who can assist, be trained, if you know people who are just looking to get experience. We have individuals on our team who are more than willing to help, to train, to teach, to make connections. And when I say artists, it's not just drawing art, but any form of art, any form of art. And then, of course, like I said, a collection of oral histories. We have made some connection points with individuals who were maybe closer to the situation that are willing to share and help. But again, if you know somebody, I would be more than glad to take that information and then follow up. Contact information. If you go to Facebook, just look up 1919 Longview Remembrance Project and you'll find our group. We'll be disseminating information through that page, keeping you all updated as we're making progress. Our email address is listed, longviewremembranceproject@gmail.com, and then my phone number. Feel free, again, if you have information, please, we would love to make those connections as we move forward. here are some of the sources. I brought several books. If anybody is interested, you're welcome to look through them. But I brought several books that have helped me as I'm trying to wrap my mind around what's taking place. So if anybody's interested, let me know, and I have no issue sharing those. And then before we take questions, one of our team members actually said this. It wasn't related to this topic per se. Earlier this week on a video that she posted, she said something shifts. Her name is Jasmine Stoker. She said something shifts in relationships, both with Jesus and other people, when you're allowed to tell the truth. I included this quote because that is a driving point behind why us as a group of individuals have decided that this is worth pursuing here in Longview. Until we can get to the point where events like these are spoken of in truth. And when I say in truth, the fact that we're not talking about it is a problem. The fact that it's not being acknowledged, it's not being recognized. I cannot tell you how many people and how often I run into individuals who have never heard of this. When I literally went to Chicago, this was October of last year, I was there for a conference, found a African American museum, and I'm just wandering through exhibits, and I see Longview right there on that display. I'm like, huh? How is this? How is this getting notoriety in other places, and we're not talking about it here? Why is this not being taught in classrooms? Why are we not honoring? Why are we not looking for the descendants of the individuals who were literally run out of town? And so that's the thing for this phase of our project, is we, at the very least, we have to tell the truth about where we come from. We have to tell the truth about how we got here and what's taking place in honor of those. And that is all. Yep. Any questions, comments?